Hey, what is up guys, Bongonzo here. So today in this video, I'm going to show you literally everything you need to start making trap beats. There's really not much to it, but in this video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to break it down as I'm going to show you all the plugins, all of the one-shots, all of the drum kits, all of the melody kits, everything you need to get started, and then I'm going to start making a beat out of those things. So I encourage you to stay for the beat in the second half of this video. But the first half is going to be directed just towards what things I want to show you guys. They're all free, links in the description. Let's get into it. Woo! I'd also kind of like to mention that at the very end of this video, I'm going to have a whole bunch of honorable mentions. Those are really fire plugins too, but they're not like the key basics you want to use. So stay tuned for that, but let's get into the plugins. Okay, so number one on this list is Complete Control. I literally use Complete Control for almost everything. It's a sampler, so I definitely use it for all my drums. I also use it when I use the one-shots for melodies, but I also really like it because that has a whole bunch of built-in sounds. There's like a whole like instruments category. You can look through all these, but on top of that, they also have a sampler feature. So if you hit files on this plugin right here, you can go into wherever you find your samples, and then I'm actually going to show you two one-shot kits that are really fire. So both these are free, linked in the description. This first one I'm going to show you is called Gods by Axel Beats. Let's listen to some sounds here. Fire. And you can just make literally every single melody in here because there's so many sounds to choose from. You got basses, bells, brass, ethnics, flute runs, guitars, keys, mallets. Like, you have everything you need in there. And I'm also going to show you this other kit called Spirits by Axel Beats also. And let's listen to some sounds here. They sound professional quality, but they're also very light on CBU. So it's just like a win-win for everyone. Now I want to show you this Iota mini plugin. It's also a melody instruments kind of plugin. They have some really cool sounds in here. Let's check out Zion Keys. I love this one a lot, called Wind Keys. I use that one all the time in the background of my melodies. These sounds are just really made for trap. So check this one out, link in the description. And then finally we have this flute plugin. It's just super high quality. Like, it's just like, it's a classic flute free plugin, which is actually insane. I got this one probably like a month ago, and I just am loving it. Sounds so fire. Now I have two drum kits for the drums. They're all both free. Listen to this 808 here. It's actually the default 808 in all of my templates. That 808 is from the Cymatics Cobra hip hop drum kit. It's just a really fire kit. Link in the description. But listen to all the options you have here. Like, woo! Like, that's crazy. These snares are good. Ooh, I haven't used those snares in a long time. I love them. Anyway, that Cobra kit is super crazy. There's also this one other one called AJ Sounds Volume 1. Like, that's so perfect. Ooh. Crazy. Some basic open hats too. These sounds are really fire, really high quality. Check them out in the description. Let me briefly go through some of these effects. This first one is a reverb called M Convolution Easy. Basically it's a convolution reverb. So they're like really professional quality, and you can choose different convolutions in here. Ooh. So basically, if you're willing to look through all these presets, you can find a really amazing reverb. I'm also going to show you Valhalla Frequency Echo. It's a really interesting delay plugin. Basically, if you turn this free to like 1/4, you have like this. It has this high cut and low cut, which is really good for changing like the timbre of the delay kind of sound. You can also have a mix knob, feedback knob. It has everything you need for a delay, but it also has this really interesting shift knob in the middle. Like, for example, you can make really weird sounds. Like, it's really good for sound design. You can just get some interesting textures with it. You're not gonna really get the full extent of the Camel Crusher distortion in this kind of preview right here. But it's really aggressive distortion that you can also tone down quite a bit by using this compression knob, tube distortion, mechanical distortion. Turn on the mix. It's hard to show you with this open hat, but it's a really good sounding distortion. I really recommend it. A lot of professionals recommend it. I also put it on my master sometimes, and it makes it really aggressive on the master. Sounds awesome. Trust me on that one. Two more plugins I use all the time. This is called G-Clip. It's basically just a soft clipper plugin. So if you play this, you can kind of see the audio form, and then it's boost the gain and bring down the ceiling. But imagine if you had it on like a kick drum or an 808 or even the master channel. It gets really nice clipping sound, really high quality. Check it out. I love it. I use it on every single beat. And finally, M compressor. It's more or less just a basic compressor, but it has some really good user interface. You can really tweak things around. It has some really good presets if you're doing stuff like drums, master, de-essing, overdrive. Like it has a preset for almost everything. But on top of that, it even has a sidechain compression kind of thing. So you hit enable and then sidechain input. That is how I do all my sidechaining in my beats. Sounds great. It's super easy to use, which is what a compressor should be. Check this one out. I have 3 or 4 more plugins I want to show you guys, but stay with me. I'm going to make the beat first. This is a bell I found in the Gods kit. Let's make a beat out of this. It's gonna be fire. The most ignorant trap melody right there. I'm gonna layer it up with something from the Spirits kit. Fire. I'm actually gonna layer up this little marimba sound, but I'm gonna basically accentuate all of the dun 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 dun. I'm literally talking like there's a whole track just doing this. Maybe a different sound can be doing this one. Ooh. Yeah, that distortion. It just adds a little bit of a high end to that clipping sound. So much more intense. Like, just listen to together. Ooh. Listen to that reverb. It's so great. So great. In the Cobra kit, there's also this effects section, and there's like all these like reverse crashes. Like, listen to these. Hey. That's awesome. Fire. Okay, so let's imagine I was 100% done with this beat and I wanted to add some soft clipper to the master. Here's what I'd do it. Gives you like this graphical analysis on the side. So what I usually do is I move it down to about 92% on the clipping thing. Obviously that's way too much, but like as you can see, it sounds kind of cool being way too much. Now put a sidechain clipper on the melodies. It's coming out of the kick and it sounds like this. Okay, so now for some honorable mentions. First one up is Satura. It's a saturation plugin that's super duper fire sounding, but it's actually from a very small developer. The website I'm going to send you to is not very professional looking. You might not trust it. It's okay if you don't trust it. It's not the end of the world if you don't get this plugin, but I think it's really, really fire. I use it all the time. It sounds really good. Before. After. Sounds really nice. Now I'm going to show you this plugin called the Blue Glitch. I usually use on my melodies. Let's try something like this. That's actually pretty fire. Let's try the whole beat. That's actually really awesome. That's actually really, really awesome. I really love that Gator plugin. That's awesome. And finally, I have one last compression plugin. It's called Frontier. And basically, it's like a soft clipper, except it's like a really soft clipper. So basically, it calls itself a soft clipper, but really, it's more of like a compressor because it's really, really gentle to your stuff. Let's listen to this. I think there's a lot of intensity in that, and that's a little bit overdone. It's the kind of extreme, but as you can see, like it didn't sound like it was like crushed or clipped or destroyed. Basically, I use this plugin on my master when I'm actually mastering my beat, because more or less the compressor that's built into Ozone 9 Elements, which is the mastering plugin I usually use, the compressor built into that is kind of intense. It's kind of extreme, but this plugin is kind of soft and it keeps all of the qualities of the original sound while still compressing it, sounding transparent. So basically, I use this whenever I want a really transparent compressor. Sounds really nice. Yeah, that's just really transparent. Sounds really good. Okay, so let me know if you have any other plugins in the comment section. I would love to check out those. Tell me which one of these is your favorite also. I really like to hear what you guys have to say about these plugins, because while I do think there is a place for, you know, paid plugins, like I have Shaperbox 2, I have Xband 2, like these plugins are really, really high quality, really awesome, but you can really do everything using free plugins. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next week, Thursday, Tuesday, or Friday. 3 videos a week, Saturday videos also. See you guys later. Woo!